Started in the business in commercials, which is really the highest end of the business. Per second, you're spending the most money per second on a commercial. And you get to play with all the best toys, and you get to work with some really talented people. The man who was my director was Derek Van Lint, who trained me, and he was the cinematographer on Alien. And so working with really high caliber people with very high production values, and just always aiming for that level of excellence in everything that I've ever done. I'm the first black woman in Canada to have produced a feature film, a movie called Rude. And I then left that role and joined the National Film Board of Canada, where I was a producer for 6 years, less a day, on the Special Mandate Team for Cultural Diversity. And that was a wonderful position that enabled me to work with a variety of filmmakers in a variety of diverse communities, people of color, Aboriginal people, and really get a sense of the difference that it makes when you tell a story from inside a community, and the difference that access makes. I also became the vice president of the Black Film and Video Network, which was an organization that we founded in the 80s, 1987, to create access to film and television for people of color, for black people to begin with. And when I joined the National Film Board, that expanded, so it became more than just black people, it became people of color, and I worked with a Chinese filmmaker and a South Asian filmmaker and a Jewish filmmaker, and really, black filmmakers of all kinds of stripes, and a Korean filmmaker, and really got inside what it is to tell the stories, the various stories, and the originality of the stories that were available when we went into these communities that we weren't familiar with hearing from. And then I went on to head up independent production at Toronto One, where I took what I'd learned from the film board and created a level playing field with the monies that I had there to commission content. Really had a wonderful experience working on a team with 37% people of color who were all there because we needed their insight and their access to their community. So it was a really comfortable and safe place to actually experience your diversity. We were like chinchillas rolling around in the sand of our diversity. Then I went on to Global Television, where I was the production executive on The Kink in My Hair and Combat Hospital and other shows like The Jane Show and Shattered. I think when I look at my career and what it's been to, the keys to the success that I've had, such as it is, it's really been a positive attitude, really having a positive can-do attitude, and being willing to put in the hours, and sometimes to the detriment of my family. It had to come to a point where I had to sort of say, okay, who's going to be in therapy if I'm not at this event, my kids or my filmmakers? And when I started to realize it was going to be the kids, not the filmmakers, I was able to make my choices. But it's a very difficult thing being a mother and a filmmaker, because it is a very time-consuming, all-consuming kind of industry to be in.